Hello gang, this video is going to show you how to get stock looking Android on any device. As you can tell, this is a Motorola phone. This is the Droid Razr Max HD. It is not a Nexus phone, but I have tried to make it look as closely resemble it as possible because I love the Nexus experience. I have a Nexus 7 and I used to have a Galaxy Nexus and I've gotten used to how that looks. And the newest phone is the Galaxy S4, which I'm recording with. And that phone looks exactly pretty much like this one because I prefer the vanilla, as they say, UI. So we're going to look at how to turn almost any phone without rooting into a Nexus looking device and running, hopefully, the apps that a Nexus would have. So first off, Motorola is known for being bought by Google and their UI looks pretty stock, but I still wanted it even more stock, so I've put some launchers and some other tweaks on here. So as you can see, here I'll try to get over here to something like this. The dialer looks pretty much like it would on a Nexus device, and so does the contacts. They look pretty much basic, like they normally would, and so does some of the other stock apps on here. But if yours looks completely different, or you just want a completely stock feel, I'm going to tell you the apps you need to get. That some may be free, some may cost money, but most of them are free, that you need to get to make your device look stock. Okay, first off, you can tell I have the stock search bar at the top, and it goes across pages. It's called a persistent search bar. First, your launcher is going to need to change. There's a launcher in the store called Nova Launcher. It is free. If you are on a ice cream sandwich or jelly bean device, you will be using Nova Launcher. But if you are on another device, such as a 3.0 device, like an older one, you're going to need to install Holo Launcher HD, which works essentially the same, and it looks just like the stock browser. Once you install it, you're going to click the home button, and it will say home screen or Nova Launcher, or whatever the launcher is. You'll click that and click always. So now it will always go on here. Once you turn that on, you're going to have to change a few things. For example, the transition looks different, but I switched it to this, and persistent search bar is off. But you can turn those on in settings. It's very easy. Now let's get down to the apps you're going to install. As you can see here, I have the Jelly Bean Clock installed. No root. It has the really cool stopwatch, clock, and stopwatch and clock and timer and alarm clock, which is really nice. And this is a cost app that costs money, but it is well worth it. It's 99 cents. It's in the store. That is one of the apps you're going to install afterwards. It is called Clock JB Plus. That is an amazing app. Next, you're going to want to install Holo Locker, which makes the lock screen, give it a second there, look exactly like the Jelly Bean lock screen. Not Jelly Bean, ice cream sandwich. You swipe over here to get to the camera, swipe up to go to Google Now, swipe to the right to get to unlocking your phone. The only problem is you will have the home screen buttons if you have on-screen buttons still there. Next, we're going to look at the next thing is the Contacts app. Like I said, Motorola is pretty much stock contacts, but there is a free app that lets you put the contacts on here where it looks completely stock. Everything looks, and it's free. This is a free app. The only problem is this may not work on older devices, but if you install the APK for this device, it will, for your device, it should work on any phone, no matter what the thing. So what we'll do is once you download these basic apps, I will take them out of the folder, and we will move them in place of the other apps down here. So we'll put there's the contacts. I don't know why that's down there. Then we will also put ICS Dialer Plus. This puts the dialer, so it looks exactly like the ice cream sandwich and jelly bean dialer. We'll put that down here. We'll move the other dialer away, the stock one, and place this down here. If you look, it looks exactly like the ice cream sandwich dialer, and it works really good. So we'll put that one on there. That goes right down there with the People app. Sorry for the lighting. My phone does not like being nice. So we'll go over here, and next we have messaging. There are two choices. If you are on a Jelly Bean or Ice Cream Sandwich and higher, there's messaging by Tim Hunt. I'm pretty sure Tim Hunt or something. All the links for these apps will be in the whatever bottom thing on YouTube it is, the description. So here we go. It looks exactly like the Messenger. You can send to a new person. It looks exactly the same like the Ice Cream Sandwich and Jelly Bean Messenger looks. So we're going to grab that. And if you were on a older device, you can do Messaging G, which looks exactly the same, except cancel. Except up here it says Messaging Lite G, which is kind of annoying, but still it's exactly the same for an older device that you want to have the stock look. So you drag that down there, and there we go, and we'll ignore this. Then for the bottom part, you would have your browser. The stock browser has changed from the whatever browser you want you can put here, but Chrome is the stock browser on Nexus devices, so we will leave that Chrome. Alright, those are the basic apps like that are on the root of the phone. Let's get looking deeper. Go ahead and hold down the screen, and you can click right up here the settings button on Nova Launcher. You're going to click look and feel, and then the icon theme. There's default and there's stock Jelly Bean. There's also a free theme in the store if the stock Jelly Bean does not have all your icons, but you'll click that, and then what it does is it makes every app installed on the phone look like the icons that are stock. So even if you don't use these apps for the dialer, if you want to keep the dialer that came with your phone, it will make the icon look like it is the stock app. Okay, then I've also installed HoloLocker, which I showed you as the lock screen. Then Calendar, this is Google Calendar's official app. Let me go over here. You can, it looks exactly like so now they have their own app in the store. You can go download this from Google for free. And if your device does not support that yet, there is something called Calendar JB or 4.2 Calendar, which looks exactly the same as the stock calendar on older devices. And it looks beautiful. It's hollow. It's just a great free app. Next, we'll look at backgrounds. The stock backgrounds on most phones, well, the Verizon ones anyways, are kind of ugly. So we'll install this app called Jelly Bean Backgrounds. It's wallpapers. It's free. So you're going to hold down the screen, click wallpapers, and then here we go, Jelly Bean. And there we go. These are all the Jelly Bean wallpapers that came on your Jelly Bean device. So we'll just go ahead and set this one right here. There you go. You got a stock wallpaper. Although it didn't help much for my screen. Let's go over here and try a darker one that may make it look a little nicer. So we'll click that, the basic Nexus wallpaper, and it didn't help again. But anyways, so calendar and wallpapers, we've got all that down. Settings extended or something like that. That goes over here, and voila, you have notification bar settings. You can change the brightness. There we go. And you can also change Wi-Fi off and on. You can add all the settings you want up there, and it adds them to the notification bar. That is a free app as well. Next, we have settings, and this is this app makes the settings look like the Jelly Bean settings section. If on Samsung they've changed it extremely on their Galaxy S4 and S3 to look extremely different, but this allows for you to make it look almost exactly like the stock settings in Jelly Bean. Then we have Camera JB, which is a camera that looks exactly like the camera on the Nexus devices. It's free, and the only thing it won't let you do is Photosphere. Next up, we have the calculator from Jelly Bean. Here it is. It looks exactly like the calculator on the Nexus devices. Calculator JB is the name of that app. It's free from the same people. These three apps are by the same person, and those are awesome apps. Next, you have Google Keyboard, Google's official keyboard with the swipe feature. Here we go. If we can load it up. It'll take a second here. There we go. You see up here, here's the stock keyboard, and you just swipe and do that to put the words in there. That is a free app, and if it does not support your device, there are other keyboards that will work on your device for older ones. Gallery JB is the gallery for the camera app that comes included with it. And, well, that's just about it. The device looks 100% Nexus, except for, it doesn't say Nexus anywhere on it, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope I helped you make your device look exactly like a Nexus phone. As you can see here, it looks exactly like a Nexus phone should. You got your dialer, you got your People app, your Contacts app, and you have your messaging app right there. All the stock staples, or whatever they call them, for the Nexus device. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry for the blurry screen, and I hope I've helped you guys make your phone look a little more easy on the eyes. So please like, subscribe, comment, and if you have any questions, please send me a comment.